The two most calm people there were probably these two. I came in, and Gabriella and Bryn had already been evaluated, seen, care was already initiated. My role was mostly organizational.
When we heard the call go out that there was this horrifying event occurring right next to our sister hospital, it was an immediate outpouring of support, of contribution, and humanity of the highest level.
I was shot in the back running, and miraculously it didn't hit any organs in a super, in a way that I can't heal from. It grazed my lung, it went through my liver, and it punctured my diaphragm, but the liver's it's the best organ, I guess, is what the doctors have been telling me. It heals really fast. So I'm gonna have a bullet in my liver for my whole life. I'm not gonna be able to see it. I'm probably not gonna be able to feel it at a certain point, but it's always gonna be there.
We ran into another vehicle, and it was this man named John, and he was with his young son, and he told us that he knew there was a shooter and that his daughter was volunteering at Gilroy, but she had already reached a safe location, so he was like, get in, I'll take you to the hospital. And he took us to the hospital. We were fortunate enough to not get there by ambulance, which was huge for us. I think we were one of the first people to show up. And so I just wanted to thank John, hopefully that's his name, wherever he's at. That act of kindness, I mean, we're just so lucky because I didn't feel safe until I was fully in a car, and I didn't have my purse, I didn't have my cell phone. So I was I don't know, I remember when we were running, I was like, where are we even going to run to? I don't have my purse to drive home because I had driven there that day. I don't have my car. I don't know, it just felt like we were going to be running forever, and these people picked us up and transported us, so that's great. And then in the hospital, yeah, just the staff was so careful and so attentive and so immediate, with Bryn. It was kind of immediately assessed for myself that my wounds weren't going to get any worse than they already were. We did an x-ray and saw that, the bullet had kind of swiped me along my left shoulder, and that I have fragment in there, metal showed up, and then some kind of a graze wound on my back. And so it was kind of I knew for myself definitively, that's the extent of it. My nerve damage in my hand seemed minimal. I was able to move it. But I hope I feel a sense of general trust towards humanity, because right now, I really don't. I feel paranoid when I leave my house. I don't know, who I can trust. Even going to the grocery store, people are looking at me and you don't know I'm a victim because my clothes cover my wounds and whatever, but it just feels really sickening to me every time I leave my house. I just think he was a child that no one checked in on while he was building this idea in his head. And so that's a reminder to me even, is check in on your friends. If they're getting into a certain ideology, watch it, see where it goes. I also want to say that our hearts go out to those who aren't here to share their stories. Stephen Romero, Trevor Irby, Kayla Salazar. We're here for them. They're not here to share what they witnessed and what they went through and to their families. We're so sorry. We love you guys. We're with you guys. And I'm just grateful that the shooter was just taken down in an extraordinarily fast amount of time, and the numbers weren't greater like they could have been. The response was huge. I remember running out of the bounce house, out of the scene, and seeing security guards who were working that day move in.